Hello, my loves, and welcome to the August 2025 crystal channeling. This is where I channel what the crystalline consciousness from the earth consciousness, from the crystalline grids and matrix and the earth, as well as their collective spirits, have to say about the energy of this month, but also the crystal spirit consciousness and medicine that can help you navigate it for your highest. And as I do with every month, there are 3 crystals that sing in, because not all of us are on the same path. We're not all in the same place on our timeline or in our process. So trust which crystal resonates most for you and see if its energy, see if its spirit's guidance aligns for you. And I will say, July felt very long to me. July was a grueling month. It felt like to me in many ways, a very, very challenging month. However, the crystal that resonated most for me from last month's reading was carnelian. And so I kept coming back to the carnelian medicine. I kept working with its energy. I kept working with its spirit. I kept listening. And following the guidance and just allowing it to lead me. And I feel as a result much better positioned for this month and much more optimistic. And so it was that fire, it was that energy that really carried me through this past month. So as you hear this message and as you find the crystalline alignment for you this month, please keep coming back to that crystal's energy. Please keep coming back to that crystal's message. Please keep working with it. Allow it to guide you and support you through the month for your highest good path or purpose, because that is the point. We can get the information, but here you're also getting the energy, the support. And of course, as I am channeling through the crystals, their frequencies are being encoded in this video. Energy is not limited by time or space, my friend, and it channels and travels very beautifully over the digital field. So even if you do not have that crystal, if you sit and listen to its channeling, to its message, and just simply hold a clear quartz crystal, that will help you to receive and imprint into your energetic field those crystalline frequencies and medicine that can be of service to you for this month. So I will introduce one crystal at a time. I will channel its message and its medicine. So again, just listen and see which one lands for you. See which one calls to you for this month. That is the crystal that will best be of service for you. So here we go. And this is interesting because we have a couple crystals that have sung themselves in, and I always triple check to ensure that the channels are very clean. We have 2 crystals that I would describe as gentle, as sweet. One of them in particular, angelic in its radiance, in its light. But then we also have one that's very much a warrior crystal, and so I'll introduce that. And the first crystal for this month, and let me make sure I can get this focused for you guys here. Are you gonna do it for me? There we go. Is Goldsheen obsidian. And I have worked with this crystal wand a lot in energy healing work for clearing dark spirit energy, dark spirit attachment and implants, as well as creating protective fields and drawing to awareness what it is that we need to see, what it is that we need to perceive in our reality and in our healing process. So let me tune in with this crystal and see its message. It is time to release what no longer serves. It is time to release fear. While fear is normal and even healthy at times in the human condition, it is not meant to reign supreme. It is not meant to be that thing that leads your decisions. Fear, like every other emotion, is information. Look at what it is telling you. Is there something in your life that is currently potentially threatening? Or is it how you are interpreting things? Is fear motioning you towards making an aligned choice, really listening deeply, really facing truth? Or is it distracting you? Is it depleting your energy? Is it drawing you away? Is it diminishing you? Is it leaving you feeling weak and vulnerable? There are different qualities to fear. There are also different radiant as well as shadow frequencies to fear. There are times where fear is guiding us away from danger. There are also times where fear is being triggered, but it is a signal to us that it's time for us to move out of our comfort zone, that it's time for us to move into the unknown, into what's beyond our regular sphere of experience, of knowing, because that's where the growth point is. That's where the expansion is. And so this crystal is telling us very much about coming down into your center. If you've been feeling fear, if you have been experiencing fear, get its message. What is it telling you? Is it shadow that is seeking to defeat you? Or is it a feeling that is informing you and showing you the direction to move in? What's happening right now is that many people in the collective are allowing fear to reign. They are allowing fear to control them. They are allowing fear to corral them. There are also some people in the collective who are not paying enough attention to fear, that keep dismissing it, that keep not listening to its message, that keep saying that's not possible, instead of staying very finely tuned in. So this crystal, this Goldsheen obsidian, its message, its medicine for you this month is to help you come into center, to help bring that golden divine light of activated, higher frequency, divine masculine energy. What is my action? My action is always done with courage. I act with courage. And so is the courage to listen? Is the courage to disobey? Is the courage to make a move? This is your medicine. This is your antidote. They say that the opposite of fear is love, but really the active opposite of fear is courage. That is the aligned, enlightened response. And so it's saying for some of you out there, you might be a little bit confused right now because you're like, hang on a minute. You're telling me to not listen to the fear, to not give it power. You're also telling me to listen to the fear, maybe even follow the fear. How do I know? And the answer is, dear one, you need to know yourself. You need to know yourself. You need to be more deeply connected to your truth than you ever have been. The fear can be a warning message. The fear can be showing you the greater step you need to make in your life. The fear can also be draining, diminishing, oppressing, and distracting you. The only way you can know the difference is by dropping within and deeply listening to yourself, deeply listening to the fear. Anything that is an oppressive, negative force is never going to serve you. But again, there can be types of good fear that are leading you towards a breakthrough. There can be types of good fear that are leading you away from harm. So If this message is resonating for you, the guidance is to sit with Goldsheen obsidian, drop in, invite in its spirit, invite in its consciousness, be in the stillness, be in the quiet, let the truth be revealed to you, and then respond with courage. And you will find that this will be a very motivating, realigning magic for you this month. And if it is an oppressive force, if it is a dark force, then again, your antidote is courage. Rise up beyond it. What are you being called to do for the light? That is your action for the month. So that's Goldsheen obsidian. And next, we've got rose quartz. Beautiful rose quartz. Divine love frequency in crystalline form. So now let me just drop in and see what the message is. The message, dear one, for you this month is to nurture, 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 nurture. Take time out, seek out or find sanctuary. Give yourself refuge, open to receive. You have been giving, 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 giving. You have been giving so much. You have been giving your heart out. And at this point, you're feeling drained. You're feeling depleted. Maybe you're even feeling hopeless. And this is because your needs are not being met. You are not receiving. And in order to shift that tide, in order to change that energetic pattern for yourself, you must first receive from yourself. You must give yourself tender, loving care, quiet, nourishment. What feels gentle to you? What feels replenishing to your spirit and your soul? What feels like a loving caress to your body, to your feeling self, to your mind, to your spirit and your energetic field? It is time for you to open up to love, to open up to love. First, from yourself, for yourself. Just by choosing to work with this crystal, to open and to receive its energy, to receive its medicine, to receive its love for you, which is unconditional, is a loving choice you are making for yourself. It is love that you are giving to yourself. And as you begin to shift this pattern, as you begin to receive more from this crystal, this crystalline medicine, this crystalline message, this crystalline consciousness, the more that you start to refill your own well, and the more that you start to refill your own well and become more replenished, this is when you can greet your day with a smile again. This is where you can walk out into the world and show more of the love in your heart. This is where you can start to attract more goodness, more abundance, more healing, more friendship, more synchronicity, more allyship in your life again. It begins in the seed of receiving. And so your invitation this month, sleep with rose quartz, wear rose quartz, meditate with rose quartz, charge water with rose quartz energy, and then drink that water. Krista notes, do that safely. And allow that replenishment, that love, that divine love frequency to come in. Open your heart to the greater love in the universe. While this might sound like platitudes or easy words to say, we are speaking in an energy conversation. When you open yourself up to this frequency, you will feel it in your body. You will feel the goodness. And the more you expose yourself to that frequency and in receiving that energy, the more it becomes a part of your energy body, the more it patterns out into your energetic field, the more that energy and that light begins to spread out into every area of your life. You are a master co-creator, dear one, and how you weave is you weave with energy and you weave with light. And so let the energy and light you are weaving with this month Be love, but first allow yourself to receive it. Allow yourself to receive it so deeply and feel so full in it that you can then begin to share from the surplus. And this is where you will find the dramatic turnaround in your life that you have needed this month, dear one. Okay, so that's rose quartz. And now the final message from Angelite. Beautiful robin's egg blue Angelite. Stone of gentleness and higher channels and frequency. The opening and the higher connection you are seeking, dear one, does not come through force. It comes through surrender. Surrender within. Surrendering into stillness. Surrendering into the deep, gentle waters of your soul. This is the month where you are being guided to surrender control. Control of what you cannot control. And allow yourself to be gently carried on the current. Gently carried in the drift. For the water, the sacred holy waters of life, know where to carry you. They know where to go. They've known all along, as does the water in your cells, in your body, that all hear and feel the silent whispers of your soul. You have put in the work. You've dropped down to what you felt was bottom. You're beginning to rise again, but you do so in a new way, with a new level of wisdom. While we always choose ourselves, and we choose our choices, and we choose our responses, there's also a greater plan that we chose before coming into this lifetime. And so often we mess with that plan, we delay it, we hold it up. In some cases, perhaps we even try to wreck it because of resistance. Because we think that everything we do and are and be and manifest is coming from the mind center, but the mind center is always seeking to control. This that we're speaking of is dropping down into the soul center, into the flow, to be like water. Let yourself be nourished. Let the flow carry you. Water always finds its way through any obstacle. Water wears down rock. Water will find the smallest crack and find its way through. And water always finds its balance. Now is the time for you to be the greater master, to see the currents and energy flows of the universe, to determine that you are being carried to your highest possible outcome, to pay attention to the synchronicities, the signs, the messages that strike you with joy and that light you up inside and that just fit. And let yourself be carried. The more that you surrender, the more the shift, the expansion, the lightness you have been seeking out will happen. And the more you will be guided by your higher over soul to where it is you are meant to go. And this will help bring greater ease, greater peace, greater spiritual connection to all that is, and a deeper sense of fulfillment to you in this life, because you are no longer acting through force, but rather you are allowing the forces to act for you. And so the way or the method of working with Angelite this month for you, dear one, is to drop into stillness, to drop into your inner sanctuary, to take hold of its spirit and its medicine and let it flow through you, and just be in the quiet. fully surrender within. And you'll find that that frequency, that vibration will have a deep and beautiful impact on your energy, on the day that you're seeking out into to live, and overall a greater formative force for you in this month. So that's Angelite, and that's the crystal message. That's the crystal messaging and medicine for this month. So if there was a crystal that resonated for you, please drop it in the comments. Let us know. Let us see that this is resonating for you. Let's engage with each other. And if this spoke to you, then please like, follow, share, subscribe. There will be more crystalline messages and medicine that's going to be coming through this channel this month. And I hope that this was of service to you. I hope that you take these messages and the energy that spoke to you as a song in your heart. Let it guide you. Really keep coming back to that crystal, to that medicine. Let it be your anchor point. Let it be your touch point for healing, for growth, for expansion in this month. Because my feeling is the more that we come out of resistance and the more we come into our power, the more that we come into our truth, the more that we come into pure channel of higher frequencies of light, the more we can be the change, the shift, the medicine, the guides, the leaders, the teachers, the healers in this world that is needed. Let you be one of those people, because the truth is you already are. It's just a matter of fully embodying it. Thank you. Blessings to you, my loves.